All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR. That's Daryl. Daryl is sitting in my paint booth. The end of summer's coming. I got crap everywhere. That truck needs to get out of the shop. This cab needs to get on this frame. This gantry is not tall enough to do it. So I'm going to correct that next weekend. Right now, I'm going to show you guys kind of the process that I go through when I'm thinking about. Those of you who watch the channel regularly will know the whole while you're at it thing. Like, why shouldn't you just put cam bearings in that engine right there while you're at it? Why shouldn't you put new main bearings in that engine while you're at it? That one's smoked. This crank was bad in this engine, but this is a Gen 4 rod that came from off the ground. You know, why shouldn't I replace that while I'm at it? Because there's nothing wrong with it. That's why. Why would you replace it? What reason do you have to believe that you should? So like, I get it when you're coming into something new and fresh and you don't understand and you're like, gosh, why would you put a turbo on a junkyard engine, you know, and not rebuild it? Well, I have more experience here. With the Ford, I have less experience. This is a 7.3 Powerstroke. You guys have seen this head if you're regular watchers. This is a Super Duty head that I pulled from the junkyard for my OBS truck. Depending on who you ask on the internet, I need to do e-fuel, I need to do push rods, I need to do valve springs, I need to do everything while I'm at it, right? And that's kind of at odds with the idea that 7.3 Powerstrokes are indestructible and last forever and you can't kill them and blah, blah, blah. So which is it? They need all these upgrades to live, or, you know, they blow up at the drop of a hat. Since I have this head off, I think that what I will do is pop a few of these, probably like 2 of these off, look at the valves and see how they look and go from there. That's kind of the process that I go through. If I have no reason to believe that anything's wrong, I generally won't go any further. With Marv in general, I had no reason to believe anything was wrong. Like, it ran fine, it started right up. I'll show you a cold start here. I'll insert that. Like, that was 20 degrees outside and a dead cold start, and it started right up. And it has 2 holes in the cylinder head. So I would have put that back together and ran it and never been the wiser. Should I do glow plugs while I'm at it? I don't have any reason to believe that these are bad, but they're sitting right here. I guess I'll say that the line's a little different for everybody. And, you know, you just kind of have to use your judgment. You know, if you have no reason, if an engine was running and, you know, didn't have any bottom end noise, I don't know why people are pulling it apart to look at the bearings. This one doesn't turn over all the way. So I have reason to believe something's wrong. I'm going to go until I find it, and then I'm going to correct it. Yeah. I mean, I just kind of do that and go from there. So one of the things that I need to do today to prepare for this, I would like to pull the AC compressor and the front dress off of here, so that I can get ready to pull that head. But if I pull the AC compressor, I think I can pull this whole evap and everything at once and not mess with the lines, I hope, which will open this up a little more for me. But like injector cups, right? Am I going to do injector cups while I'm at it? I don't know. Do I have any reason to believe that I should be doing injector cups? At this time, I don't. So we'll kind of play it by ear. But I will bring you guys back throughout the day. I'm trying to get the shop updated. Gunmetal Customs is getting into ceramic coating, powder coating, those kinds of things. I have everything to do it. I just need to organize my area. And like I said, my truck is sitting right where my paint booth should go. So from that post to that post is supposed to be my paint booth area. So I need to get this shit in order. And a big part of that is getting that truck with the cab on it over there where my trailer's at, so I can deal with the driveway, deal with the lean-to, and just get my shop in order. So I'll bring you guys back and show you some upgrade updates throughout the day. It's Saturday. Some of you know I have this MPM hacked HP tuners thing. I haven't been able to get it to work, and it's extra frustrating. Like, I have to deal with these people in China, you know, so they're waking up when I'm going to bed, and you know, they work Monday through Friday, so I've wasted like 3 or 4 hours on it so far, maybe more, and I'm probably not going to waste any more time on it anytime soon. Maybe Sunday night I'll return to that. But anyway, I'll bring you guys back with updates throughout the day. I don't know, it'll kind of be like a day in the shop with me, so stay tuned. All right, so I don't remember exactly where I left this off, but this is fake, by the way. Super Duty head sitting on here just to protect it from any water getting in. It could perhaps maybe rain tonight, and my gasket won't be here till tomorrow. But to kind of wrap this up and give you some closure, I'm going to transfer the things that are different from that head onto this head. This one doesn't have the lift on it, which I think somebody just took off in the yard. I don't have that fitting, and I have a plug right there. See, because Super Duty was electronically fueled. And that's it. I'm not doing springs, I'm not doing push rods, I'm not doing any of the things that the groups in the forums say you have to do. And how did I come to that conclusion? Like, what made me decide that? Well, I sat and thought about it for a while, and I did a lot of reading on the internet, and I pondered many things, and I wasted too much time agonizing over this, kind of like how you do. And I concluded that there's buttloads of these trucks out there on the road with stock 7.3s with 400, 500, 6,000 miles on them. So clearly there's some type of design flaw that causes shit to sit up here and rust your cylinder head out. On an OBS in Michigan, from the comments, it's not uncommon. Other people had the same problem. So I will go in there and paint that, and I am going to ceramic coat my new manifold. A, because that's good business for me, and B, because it will prevent a future failure. Valve springs, you know, I've seen people, well, I can push my stock ones down with my hand. Well, they're rated at 71 foot-pounds, so, you know, I would hope that you could push them down with your hands. If you're an adult male in reasonably decent health, you should be able to push it down with your hands. E-fuel, I haven't decided on that yet. I don't really know enough. I do know this, so this was a running truck, even with all its flaws. So I don't know how many upgrades it needs exactly. One thing I am going to do is the oil pan, which, you know, bums me out because it's quite expensive. But, you know, this one's crunchy. This truck rusted enough to rust a hole in the head. So I don't doubt that the pan is a wee bit porous, or going to be soon. So I'll lift this engine up, suck it up, put 300 bucks into a new pan, and prevent that. Which I go by, like, how hard is it to do later, and how likely is it to happen. So, like, I don't want to redo this head. I'm going to put new O-rings on the injectors. That's kind of their consumable. On this side, I'm not going to do anything on the other side. I'm definitely going to put glow plugs in these back two cylinders. I'll test the rest. If they work fine, I'm going to put the stock ones back in it. So yeah, that's kind of how I decide that, and that's pretty much where I'm going to leave Marv off for right now. I've cleaned a bunch of this stuff up, but it's still kind of a mess. You guys will see Marv next week when I install the new head and build a new gantry to pull Marv back over there where the cab's at, and set the cab on the frame. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps. Like, I get it, nobody wants to do shit twice. Nobody wants to put their whole project together just to tear it all apart, but nobody wants to waste money either. So that's kind of how I decide when I don't know any better. You know, a lot of this stuff, it looks to me like The high pressure oil pump doesn't look too terrible to get to. That e-fuel is real easy to do later. You know, injectors, people do them in the chassis all the time. So, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time on The Driveway Engineer.